So, have you ever felt like you're just at the mercy of your own mind? You know, that there's this constant voice in your head, just worrying, planning, judging, 24/7? Well, today we're diving into a really simple shift in awareness, but it's one that can totally change your relationship with that inner world and honestly offer a real sense of freedom.
So let's just jump right in with a big question. Think about that narrator, the one that's always commenting on everything, worrying about the future, judging the past. Are you that voice? Or is there maybe something else going on? This is really the core question we're going to unpack.
For most of us, this inner voice, it isn't just some background noise, right? It's this relentless stream of chatter that we've come to mistake for our actual selves. And you know what? It probably sounds a little something like this. You know, it often starts with these little things, these simple, everyday anxieties. These little worries just pop up seemingly out of nowhere, and they just pull your attention right out of the present moment and into this endless loop of what if?
And then, of course, it gets personal. It can morph into this really harsh inner critic. These aren't just passing thoughts anymore. They feel like these deep, fundamental truths about who we are.
And oh boy, does the mind love to time travel into the future, creating these catastrophic stories about things that haven't even happened yet. This kind of thinking can totally trap us in a state of constant, low-grade fear.
But here's the real kicker. The problem isn't the thoughts themselves. It's our complete, unquestioning identification with them. We actually believe we are that worried, judgmental, anxious voice. Okay, but what if that whole idea is just wrong? This is where everything, and I mean everything, can start to shift. Because there's a discovery so simple, yet so profound, that it offers a direct path to freedom. And the logic here is just, it's so simple and beautiful. The very act of noticing a thought proves that you are separate from it. I mean, think about it. Who is the one doing the noticing? Just realizing this creates a little bit of space, a gap between you, the awareness, and all that mental noise.
So let's give this a name. We can call this watching presence the observer. And it's not something you have to create or achieve. It's the background awareness that's already here, quietly witnessing everything. Think of it like the silent screen that the movie of your thoughts is constantly playing on.
Okay, so how does this actually help when we're in the grip of really difficult emotions, like anxiety or stress? This is where the concept goes from being just an interesting idea to a life-changing tool.
This right here, this is the whole game. When you're totally identified with your anxious thoughts, you are lost inside the storm. You're being tossed around, you have no perspective at all. But when you connect with the observer, you find that still, calm center. You become the eye of the storm. You can watch the chaos without being destroyed by it.
And that leads to this really crucial distinction. The emotion, yeah, it might still be there, we're not trying to deny it, but it's no longer your identity. It's like the weather. You can experience a rainy day without believing you are the rain. That simple shift from I am anxious to I am noticing a feeling of anxiety, it's incredibly powerful.
So we start to see our thoughts for what they really are. They're not facts, they're not commands you have to obey, and they're definitely not your identity. They're just events happening in your mind, like sounds you hear or sensations you feel. They show up and then they pass. And when you see them this way, they just lose their power over you.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Well, the good news is it's way simpler than you'd think. It's actually less about doing something and more about just noticing something.
See, this is why you can't try to be the observer. Trying is just more thinking. The observer is what's already here, aware, without any effort. The whole practice is just to relax that effort and notice the awareness that's behind your thoughts, the silent presence that's already looking out through your eyes.
Think of it like this. Reacting is like jumping into this wild river of your thoughts and just getting swept away by the current. By accessing the observer, that's like stepping onto the riverbank. You can still see the river flowing, you notice all the thoughts passing by, but you are stable, you're grounded, and you're free to choose how you want to respond.
Now, all of this leads to a really beautiful and kind of weird paradox. You might think that stepping back from your thoughts like this would make you disconnected from your life, but actually, the exact opposite is true. When you're no longer lost in all that mental chatter about the past and the future, you're suddenly free to fully experience the present moment. You can taste your food more, you can hear music more deeply, you can connect with people more genuinely, because you're actually here for it all, not just lost in your head.
So, I want to leave you with this one question to just sit with. That silent presence that's been here with you this whole time, listening to my voice, noticing your own thoughts popping up. What is that? The freedom you're looking for might just be found in resting with that question.